Well, it has just gone 11:30 a.m. Eastern here at TPC Sawgrass. Big weekend of golf coming up as the PGA Tour looks to crown its 50th champion of its flagship event. And there's been a bit of business this week. One of the stories that's been in the background here at the Players, of course, the potential partnership at the PGA Tour and the Saudi-backed Public Investment Fund. As first reported by Eamon Lynch, a group of PGA Tour players could meet as early as Monday with PIF head Yazza Al-Rumayyan here at Ponte Vedra. Jordan Spieth, who is one of 6 player directors on the Tour's Policy Board, talked about it after his round yesterday.
We are being encouraged to potentially meet with him at some point, yeah.
Not in the near future?
I'm not sure that I can say much more other than we're being encouraged to potentially meet with him, but at the same time, we probably feel like our membership should know timing and what could happen and just in general, maybe it's just a meet. I think there's not a whole lot more I can say about that, but we are being encouraged, obviously, which I think is probably a good thing that the entire board should if there's going to be any potential for a negotiation.
Okay, well, let's get down to our 2 guys with their finger on the pulse. It is senior writers at golfchannel.com. Rex and Lav, what can you tell us?
Thank you very much. And I think strongly encouraged is actually what we heard later on in the afternoon from some other members of the player directors on the policy board. I'll go back to last week. I asked Webb Simpson, another player director, if he had met with anyone from the Public Investment Fund, and he said no. He was really quick to say we probably should have by now, and it's important to point out the way Webb sort of described this to me, it's a process. They needed to close the SSG deal, the private equity deal, before they moved on to the PIF. So he said they spent a lot of time in January and February trying to close that deal. Now the focus changes. It's also important. We both talked to Adam Scott yesterday, and he was quick to point out he's not in these negotiations. He's not looking over spreadsheets, but this seems like an encouraging step, at least, as he put it, to put a name to a face.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you're a golf fan, this has to be viewed as a very encouraging development. And even if the players aren't necessarily, negotiating tit for tat on what is going to be a multi-billion-dollar deal potentially with the PIF, the players do represent a very important link in unifying the game and bringing everything and everyone back together again. As you mentioned, Adam Scott, who we talked to on Friday night here at TPC Sawgrass, said you're just putting a face to a name, trying to see what Yasser's intentions are going to be, and now the players will be able to ask them pointed questions if they wanted to. What do you believe is the future of the PGA Tour? Why are you interested in even investing in the PGA Tour? What role would team golf play for the future? How about a pathway back for live players? They're not going to hammer everything out in what has been described by Eamon Lynch in his reporting as kind of an informal icebreaker, but this is obviously an important first step.
And it's important to point out the board of directors for the PGA Tour Enterprises, the new for-profit arm of the PGA Tour, is set to meet here in Ponte Vedra Beach on Tuesday. So this seems to be moving in the right direction, and it's a huge step from where we felt like we were on Tuesday, when I think we both agreed, listening to Jay Monahan, the commissioner, talk, felt like we weren't any closer now to a deal with PIF than we were on June 6th, but at least they're having conversations. Now let's go to the leaderboard. You and I both kind of wrote about Wyndham Clark yesterday. What was your take on the leader?
I thought it was very fascinating, Rex, to listen to Wyndham Clark and just how much Scotty Scheffler has been motivating him over the past 12 months. Wyndham called him, quote, the meter of golf, and kind of he's pushing him. He's trying to evolve his game to try to match his consistency. And you think back to Wyndham Clark and what he's experienced over the past 10 months, it has obviously been a breakout year for Wyndham Clark. He actually has 2 more wins in the calendar year than Scotty Scheffler has, and yet Wyndham still feels like he has work to do in order to catch him. It was the consistency. When you think it's about Scotty Scheffler's back-to-back player of the year seasons on the PGA Tour, he had 9 more top 10s than Wyndham Clark did. Even though Wyndham Clark had a couple more W's, it was the consistency, the week-to-week excellence that Wyndham's trying to chase. And so I think this could be an important step to kind of furthering that self-belief that Wyndham's been so open about in talking about.
I was taken yesterday when Wyndham was kind of asked about the time frame of what he's done over the last 12 months. And he's clearly gone from a very good player on the PGA Tour to a star when you look at what he's been able to accomplish. And we asked him, what was the low point as far as trying to work your way back up? And it was actually right here at TPC Sawgrass. He said, normal stuff. Top 10 ball striking, bottom third of the field, and putting. He went next week to the Valspar Championship. Day 1 was the exact same. Top 10 putting, bottom third top 10 ball striking, bottom third putting. He said, that's it. I needed to make a change. That's when he switched to the jailbird putter, and he's done nothing but win. 2 signature events, a U.S. Open. He clearly is on a trajectory that we probably wouldn't have seen last year when he was here. He hadn't won. He was 116th in the world.
It's a fascinating contrast in the two players, where Wyndham Clark is much longer off the tee, averages about 15 yards longer. He's a much better putter statistically and has been throughout the course of his career. But Scottie Scheffler is obviously the best tee-to-green player we've seen since peak Tiger Woods. If those two players can separate themselves over the weekend here, I think that'd be a really compelling shootout.
Having them both close on the leaderboard will make it fun. Anna?
Yes, it will, boys. Thank you very much. You can catch more of this lovely duo on their podcast. Get it wherever you download your podcasts. You're welcome for the promotion.